President Trump just raised the tariffs once again, bringing the total tariffs on Chinese imports to a staggering 125%. Now, sellers everywhere are just in full panic mode. TikTok, news, headlines, everyone just shouting, oh, Amazon FBA is dead, e-commerce is dead, price is going to be rising, Costco, Walmart, all their prices are going up. Everyone is panicking of the situation. But before you panic too, there is a critical information that you need to understand. So in today's video, I will clearly explain what's happening with these tariffs, what this really means for your Amazon FBA business, and if your FBA dreams are truly at risk. Now, a little spoiler alert, this is tough, but Amazon FBA is far from dead. Now, let's dive into why. And by the way, my name is Alan. I've been selling on Amazon for over 5 years now. I am currently a 7-figure Amazon seller and a seller coach who's helped over 250 people start and scale their Amazon business. Now, let's get straight into it. First, let's quickly summarize what is going on right now. On February 4th, tariffs rose by 10%, and then another 10% raise followed on March 4th, 2025. So it will be a total of 20% tariff increase. Then another significant increase on April 9th added another 34%, totaling of 54% now. And now a further 50% tariffs increase brought the total to 104%. And because Chinese retaliations, China didn't back up, President Trump has brought the total tariffs to an astronomical 125% tariffs. And because this is the news that gets changed every single day, so by the time you watch this video, tariffs might went up to like 200%. Who knows, right? So at this point, tariffs significantly more than double your initial import cost. Now, this just sounds absolutely horrible, right? Now, let's break this down with real numbers to understand the true impact of this tariff. Now, many people are panicking because if they're selling a product that's priced at $20, they will now have to be selling it at $40, basically double the price. But no, that is not the case. That is not how tariff works. The tariffs are only based on your manufacturer price, not your actual selling price. So let me make you a very easy example. If your manufacturing cost is around $2 per unit, a 125 tariff would add a $2.5 to your original cost. So your total cost per unit would increase from $2 to $4.5. And if you have 1,000 units, then the extra tariff cost would be around $2,500. Now, if you divide the $2,500 to your 1,000 units, that equals to $2.5 added to per unit. Now, if you are selling your products for $20, you would need to increase your product to around $22.5 to maintain the same amount of profit margins. So not $40, $22, $23. That is all you need to do to adjust the price to match the tariff. Because again, the tariff are calculated based on the manufacturing cost, not the retail price of your product. So when you understand how this works, you can see why the 125 tariffs isn't as devastating as you might initially sound. But again, I'm not saying that this is not scary. This is still very scary. $2.5 increase on your original cost, that might seem a lot to a lot of people. That is. Now, this might sound very, very terrifying for people who are selling low ticket products, because sellers with low ticket products are the ones that get affected the most. Now, let's talk about the shipping rate factor. Here is a critical factor that most seller ignores, and that is shipping rates. Because everyone just look at tariffs, see that the tariffs increase dramatically, but they don't also consider the other fact that also plays a major role on the shipping price is the actual shipping rates. So historically, as tariff rises, fewer products are imported, reducing the demand for shipping containers. Now, lower demands often leads to significantly lower shipping costs, offsetting some of the tariffs increase. So simply put, tariffs increases means cost rises, and because the cost of shipping went up, people are shipping less, and therefore the shipping cost will drop down as well. So this balancing effect means that your overall landed cost might see only a minimal changes or even stay relatively stable. But most sellers and most media reports overlook this essential point. Another crucial policy shift is the removal of the de minimis exemption, which is the T86 policy. Now, previously, shipments valued under $800 enter the US tariff-free, giving an advantage to those competitors like dropshippers from platforms such as like Temu, Shopify, TikTok shops. But now with the T86 eliminated, that means direct from China sellers are now facing the full 125% tariffs, dramatically raising their cost. Now, this significantly evens the playing field in favor of Amazon FBA sellers like you and me. And the bottom line is, this policy shift strengthens strengthen your competitive position, driving more customers towards your FBA listings instead of TikTok shops, instead of Temu's, instead of other competitors of Amazon FBA itself. Now, the time that I am currently recording this video, China has responded by imposing an 84% tariffs on US as a retaliation, and this goes into effect immediately. However, if you primarily import from China into the US, your sourcing strategy remains largely unaffected by Chinese retaliatory tariffs. So after reviewing all of these informations, let's be realistic here. Amazon FBA is definitely not that. 125% tariffs sounds intimidating, but consider these points. The actual per product cost increase is manageable, typically around $1 to $2 per item if you were selling around that range. Small price adjustments can easily absorb these extra costs, and reduced shipping rates often counterbalance these increases as well. And when the US eliminated the T86 policy, this significantly improves your competitive advantage over all the other sellers from other platforms. Now, speaking as a 7-figure Amazon seller, I can assure you that this tariff increase, while it is substantial, it is not a fatal blow to your business. All right, so what should you do next? Number one is review your product margins carefully. You want to factor in the latest tariff clarity. I mean, this is going to be hard to do because Trump just changes his tariffs every single day, but try the best you can. Also, when this really take effect, adjust your pricing slightly as well. Only do it if this is absolutely necessary. And you want to keep on testing different prices as well, because sometimes if you are in a very competitive niche, small incremental changes could have a big effect on your sales. So test out higher prices and see how your market reacts. See if your competitors are also raising their prices as well. Observe and react. Then you want to negotiate actively with your suppliers during this time as well, because many suppliers will help share the tariff burden if you have a good relationship with them, of course. Then the last thing is stay calm and be strategic. Let your competitors panic while you remain profitable. Because remember this, if you are an Amazon sellers, you have conquered a lot of troubles already. Because remember this, if you are an Amazon sellers, if you are an entrepreneur, you have probably encountered tons and tons of problems before, and you have successfully solved them, and that gets you to where you are currently. So being informed, proactive, and adaptive will always continue for you to succeed despite another problem like the tariff hike that we're all currently facing right now. Thank you for watching. If this video helped clarify the tariff situations and erase your fears, please hit the like button, and also go check out my video about why selling cheap products Amazon is dead right now, so you can learn the exact strategies for maintaining profitability and growing your Amazon FBA business in 2025 and beyond. And I'll see you there. Bye bye.